I was there, I had shot my part, and we had like one or two small sequences together, and he had walked in, and everybody just stood up. And I was like, why is everybody standing up? And then he came and he introduced himself to everybody. And I was like, all right, banda theek hai. Acha hai. Fun fact, the reason it was so hard to play Rumi is because I've never really fallen in love. I don't even know how our chemistry is on screen, which is very exciting for me because I want to see what came of it.
Hi Sonia, welcome to Bollywood Bubble. Firstly, I want to congratulate you because the trailer looks amazing. There's a certain level of curiosity among fans because obviously they love the trailer, they love the chemistry, they love the idea, the concept behind it. But beautiful. So congratulations there. आपका पहला काम हो गया है जो है curiosity बढ़ाना, intrigue करना और इसको. You tell me, but when the offer came to you or when you read about the script, what was it that really struck you about it?
What really struck me about it, I think it was the characters. You know, they're very extreme. And unki jo love story hai, it's quite like a roller coaster. And that, I mean, I'm also like a Bollywood filmy kida and romantic. So I was just like, wow. So that kind of struck me. And both of the characters are extremely strong. And even the side character, like everybody, the whole cast, they've been written very, very well. So that the whole storyline and the writing really intrigued me.
You play Rumi, that name in itself, there's a certain level of attachment to that name, right? Because love polo to Rumi to matlab aa hi jata hai. It's like that, right? But tell me, what was the major challenge when you had to play that? Because it's not as simple as it looked on the surface, kind of a character. You dig, there are layers to her, there are layers to each character, right? What was the most difficult part about playing Rumi, if I may ask?
Honestly, the most difficult part would be to justify her actions. Because when I first time script padi, I was like, Rumi is so stupid. Why is she doing this? Like, as Sonia, I wouldn't do it. But I think taking a step back and really understanding wo kis emotion se guzar rahi hai and why she's doing what she's doing and justifying that and making it right in my mind was pretty difficult because I'm just not like that half of the time. And then physically, Rumi is very different in the way that she walks and talks. But those are physicalities that you just work on and ho jate hain. But yeah, definitely the hardest was understanding uska mindset and kaise chalta hai.
Were there conflicts between what Sonia thought and what Rumi thought most of the time? And how did you... Was there any major conflict that you faced between portraying both the characters? I mean, between you, that switch on and off? Did you face any conflict?
I definitely did. I just overwrote it. I was like, I'm playing a character and this is what my character does and I full-heartedly believe in it. And as Sonia, I would definitely not do it. I mean, if you watch it, you'll see. I feel like maybe it's me, I don't know. But there are points where I'm like, Rumi, are you sure you want to do that? Like, are you sure that
you want to go to the character and say that please don't do this? I am telling you, please don't do this. That also shows how involved you were with the character, right? Because to be able to feel that, you should really connect to the character. It's only
exactly, and I'm rooting for her to win. So I'm just like, get your head straight. Come on, let's do something right here.
But how was your chemistry with Sidharth? Because obviously we saw a few off-screen pictures and everything, which has again raised so much curiosity amongst fans. How was it on screen? What did you guys bond over?
What did we bond over? I think it was just, you know, when you're seeing someone every day and you have these kinds of scenes, you end up having conversations and talking when the camera's off because we spend so much time just sitting on set half the time. But yeah, about chemistry, I mean, off camera, we became good friends. Like, we would talk and stuff. But I haven't seen a lot of the takes, so I don't even know how our chemistry is on screen, which is very exciting for me because I want to see what came of it. And bonding, like, we just would make fun of each other. He just made fun of me all the time because, well, I don't know. I don't know. And he used to, like, sing random songs and I hated them so much, so I would make fun of him about that. But yeah, dosti ban gayi thi.
Right. But what was your first impression of him? Because obviously he has been in the industry for quite a few, for a long time. This is also his debut on digital. But what was your first impression when you first met him? What was that impression like?
So I had already decided not to watch Big Boss or read his articles or listen to interviews because I didn't want to have a preconceived notion before I got on set and I met him. And I met him for the first time at our teaser, and only for like 5 minutes. And I remember I was there, I had shot my part, and we had like 1 or 2 small sequences together, and he had walked in and everybody just stood up. And I was like, why is everybody standing up? And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be awkward. I'll stand up too. And so he walks in, and like right away I was like, is this guy like that uppity that everyone needs to like stand up for him? And then he walks in and he was like so embarrassed. He's like, why are you standing? Sit down, please sit down. And then he came and he introduced himself to everybody. And I was like, all right, banda theek hai. Acha hai.
He passed your vibe because I think
he definitely did.
The first 2 seasons were a huge hit in themselves. Like, people loved it, they showered it with so much love. Were you also apprehensive because now that the faces are changing, it's a completely new season, new story, the reception would obviously be different from what it was earlier. The pressure also comes with it. Did you take that pressure when you signed up?
You know, I guess obliviously didn't. I didn't think about that at the moment. I had seen Broken 1 and 2, and I was a huge fan of Vikrant and Harleen. And my future sister-in-law Anuja was a part of season 2, which is why I knew of the show. And so when I signed it, I was like, oh my God, Broken 3, like, yes. And now that the shoot is over and everybody is asking me this question, I'm thinking maybe there is pressure. Maybe they're right. But no, I got very grateful because neither my director nor my producers put that pressure on me, and I didn't either.
Right. And that's great, I think, because when you work under pressure, you tend to overthink a lot of things which might not work in the right way for you as well. But tell me now, do you recollect falling in love for the first time? Because I think the show also taps on a lot of emotional, on that aspect as well, right? Do you recollect your first love, and how has the definition of love changed since then?
Fun fact, the reason it was so hard to play Rumi is because I've never really fallen in love. So I didn't know.
I don't feel bad anymore, it seems, because I feel, there's somebody who has not fallen in love as well.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't either? Oh, thank God. I know, everybody looks at me as if like I'm an alien, but it's true, it happens.
No, that's why I said that I feel nice about this thing. Usually people will be like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm just like, I haven't found anybody who's like, oh, I like love you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know. I had to really understand what being in love must feel like. Yeah.
But if I may ask, what is your definition, or what is it that you look for in a partner, if at all you had to consider love?
Well, for me, most importantly, I think love should be unconditional, right? It's like the purest form of love that we have in our lives, or that I have in my life right now, is my direct family, and that is completely unconditional. Tum kuch bhi kar do, wo fir bhi tumko pyar karenge. And that is something that I would like to seek, because then
unconditionality of love, I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that because I don't know how many people.
Maybe that's why I'm still single.
No, I think, but good luck. Hopefully, you'll find someone. Or
Same to
I think
you.
today's time you're enough. I think today's time you're enough. I mean, to find.
We both will find love. I promise. We both.
It's okay, Sonia. We'll talk. When you find someone, please do text me that. Oh, by the way, I've left that single group now because I have found someone.
100% I will.
But otherwise, also, I mean, now if I have to speak about your journey as well, this is also the beginning of your career for you, right? Were there any apprehensions, or what was it that you were looking forward to the most? Because in today's time, the competition is fierce. How did you prepare yourself for this?
I realized that सबकी journey exactly same nahi hoti. So I prepared myself in that sense, in terms of competition and whatnot, whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted to act. And the fact that I was getting to play such a complex character my first time, I was just so grateful for that, And I didn't really put that much thought into it. I was like, मैं यहाँ पर काम करने आई हूँ, काम मिल रहा है, let's do this. And so now I guess I'm thinking about the future, but I didn't have any plans of the sort. I just kind of went with the flow, and I hopefully that's kind of how my life leads in the future.
I think it's a beautiful beginning also for you because it's an ensemble, which is great. But when you were on the set, and maybe if you couldn't find the right emotion to portray, did Sidharth or your co-actors help you with that, to get the emotion right, to get that scene right? What kind of a help did they give you there?
So the most help I got was actually from Priyanka, my director. And I remember, she would be there watching the monitor. Like I said, she's just like this little turtle in the back. Alti palti, she's watching the monitor, and every time she wouldn't even full on be like, this is exactly how I want you to do it. She would just come up to me and give me a thought process, which works very well for me, instead of being like, be angry or be sad or, but she would just be like, this is what's happening. This is your moment before. And she would walk me through that process, and then we kind of clicked, and it got easier and easier from there.
But great, thank you so much, and all the very, very, very best to you for Broken But Beautiful. I'm sure it will touch hearts like it did before.
Thank you so much.